There's one rookie that I can't seem to stop drafting in rookie drafts in the late second to early third range, and it's Malachi Fields. Here's why. So all offseason, there's been buzz about Malik Neighbors' injury being a little bit more serious than we initially thought. There's recently been this clip from a softball or charity event where he's running and it doesn't look too good. Like the way he's running is not, it's like not a normal running. So people are speculating like he is just like kind of way behind on his recovery timetable. He's like trying to get there for week 1, but it's very scary and questionable that he will. And so obviously if Neighbors isn't healthy right away, that would leave opportunity open for someone like Malachi Fields. And if you look at their depth chart, they don't really have any receiver that is like interesting, I guess. Darius Slayton is very old. Calvin Austin is fine. And then they signed Juju and recently and have Darnell Mooney. Those guys are, again, meh. They're fine. They signed OBJ as kind of like a veteran presence, but honestly, like the position is kind of wide open outside of Malik Neighbors, and so if Malachi Fields is good, then he should be able to take advantage of some potential opportunity, given it doesn't look like Malik Neighbors will start the season off fully healthy, right? It looks like Neighbors is going to take a little bit of time to get to full health. Even if he's playing, he's not necessarily going to be 100%. And so we have like early opportunity for Malachi Fields, but then like I guess the reasonable question would be like, is he a good player? And to that there's mixed reviews, right? Someone like Matt Harmon didn't really grade him out favorably at all. He didn't chart him out well. He's just someone that didn't really get open. Now, a thing that he's often cited is that when a receiver can't really get open or has poor separation, or when a receiver has poor win rates against man, against zone, the way they win is by becoming a power slot receiver or a deep vertical threat. Now, Malachi Fields is not going to beat you down the field. He had one of the slower 40s. And I'm not saying 40 is a perfect measure of speed, but the guy is definitely not going to win on go routes, generally speaking. But he could win from the slot, right? And now this is something that Harmon has said is a possibility for Fields. And we had some whisperings from coaching staff earlier on in the offseason where, you know, they said that they view him as someone that can play everywhere. And the first thing that the Giants staffer said was, yes, he can play in the big slot. And so that lit like an alarm bell off in my head of like, okay, well, maybe there's something there. Like maybe he does get utilized in the way that he might need to be utilized, which is as a big slot receiver. And, you know, Matt Waldman also does some great film work, also had Malachi Fields very high as a prospect in this class. So I think there's like a genuine signal that there's something to his game where he does have some strengths where he could actually potentially produce, right? But the thing with him is we don't really know. It's sort of uncertain right now. But what I like about him most, and what I keep on going to and why I keep on drafting him, is that like, okay, he could not be good, right? That could be very well be true. He could just not be a good player. But I'm going to know very soon. I'm going to know early on in the Giants offseason, early on in the NFL season, is he playing in the big slot role? If he's not playing in the big slot role, then I can sell him, right? There's going to be someone else in my league that is still going to kind of have some high hopes for him, right? not high hopes, but as good of hopes as you might have had going into the draft. I can sell him for roughly what I bought him for, right? And so in my head, it's like a risk-free bet, right? I'm going to know if he's good very early, and if he's not good, I can just sell him. So I'm getting a chance at him potentially being really good right off the bat. And again, there's not much risk to it, because if he's not good or not in a role that I think he could succeed in, then I can just sell him. So that kind of concept, that idea is something that I'm constantly kind of thinking about when I'm drafting players in rookie drafts and startups. Is, how early in the season am I going to find out who this guy is? How much do I know about him? If you don't know much about a player and you're going to know stuff really fast, I tend to have a slight preference for that type, because they could pay off big. And if they don't, you don't really miss out. So it's a nice asymmetric upside bet. And, I'm just taking that swing in the late second or early third of my rookie drafts. And that's why I really just don't leave drafts without drafting him, because this class is kind of weak and he's kind of intriguing profile.